Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be sewing very simple blouse for this skirt. So folding my material into two like this, I fold into two, then mark zip where I'm going to fix my zip, and I add 2 inches zip allowance. So I'm going to measure half length. Half length is 16 inches. I'm going to add 1 inch to sew the shoulder and to sew under bust. So I'm going to leave it 17 inches. Shoulder is 15 inches, divide by 2 will give me 7.5 inches plus half inch for sewing. That would be 8 inches. Armhole from shoulder down here is 9 inches, that is armhole. Bust is 34 inches. 34 divided by 4 will give me 8.5 inches. This is my 8.5 inches. So I'm going to add 2 inches allowance for sewing. Under bust is 30 inches. 30 divided by 4 will give me 7.5 inches. This is my 7.5 inches. From fix my zip, where I'm going to fix my zip, I place my tape here to here is 7.5 inches. So I'm going to add 2 inches for sewing in that, like this. So I'm going to say it again. Half length is 16 inches plus 1/2 inch to sew the down and 1/2 inch to sew the shoulder. So it will now remain 17 inches. The half length is 16 inches plus 1 inch for sewing of shoulder and sewing of bottom. Shoulder is 15 inches. 15 inches divided by 2 will give me 7.5 inches plus half inch for sewing. It will now give me 8 inches. Armhole is 9 inches. From here down is 9 inches. Bust is 34 inches. Divided by 4 will give me 8.5 inches, which is from here to here is 8.5 inches plus 2 inches for sewing. Under bust is 30 inches. 30 divided by 4 will give me 7.5 inches, which is from here to here 7.5 inches plus 2 inches for sewing. So neckline, I'm going to measure 4.5 inches for neckline. Neckline here 4.5 inches. Zip is 7.5 inches. This is the shoulder, this is the arm, this is the back. So I'm going to cut the front. This is the front. I fold my material into two like this and place the back on top, and leaving allowance for zip like this. This is the allowance for zip. This one, this 2 inches. So I'm going to cut. I'm not going to cut the front zip like this. I'm going to measure the back is 7.5 inches. I'm going to measure front 5 inches like this. I measure that from the center here down here, 4.5 inches. This way I'm going to sew my dart. Yeah. So I'm going to measure the sleeve. Fold my material into 2 like this. I'm going to fold again. I'm going to cut the sleeve. Then this into 4. Folding my material like this into 4. I'm going to leave 2 inches for folding of the sleeve, 2 inches. Round sleeve is 12 inches. Divide by 2 will give me 6 inches. So I'm going to leave it 7 inches. Length is 15 inches. I'm going to leave it 16 inches and mark like this. Then I'm going to add like this. So I'm going to like this. So the next thing to do now is to cut the flare. So I'm going to cut the flare. So fold my material into 2 like this. I'm going to fold again like this. The full length of this blouse is 25 inches and the half length was, I measured 16 inches. So I'm going to remove 16 inches from the flare. So it will now give me 9 inches. So half inch, I'm going to add 1 inch to sew up and to sew down of the flare. So I'm going to first remove 10 inches, that is plus sewing allowance. This from here to here is 10 inches. So I'm going to measure here where I mark. From here to here is 4.5 inches. I'm going to continue 4.5 inches like this, 4.5 inches and 4.5 inches. So I start with 10 inches here. I'm going to continue 10 inches like that. So this is 10 inches where I mark down here, 10 inches, 10 inches, 10 inches like that. So up, so it will fit this 7.5 inches. So I'm going to cut. So I'm going to cut round and here. So I'm going to notch. So I open this place. It's going to be like this. On the back, it's just a small flare. So this is the lining. If you have gum stay or thick material, you can use to, you can cut more. So I'm going to cut the lining for the top like this. I'm going to cut exactly the way I cut the main material. So like this, I'm going to cut the neck. After I finish cutting the neck, I will raise this one up and cut the back neck. So like this, and cut, that's all. Then I cut the sleeve, just fold the one to hem it in like this, place my lining from here up, then cut. I'm still going to add lining on this one. That's why I've cut thick material. I'm still going to cut lining for the flared. So I'm going to cut. After I finish cutting, I will start to sew. I'm going to start with the sleeve. I'm going to sew the lining on it like this and place on my machine and sew. Sorry guys, the last part of the cutting was dark. It was just 3 o'clock. Sorry about that. I hope you can see it very clearly. And if you have any question, leave it in the comment section and I will get back. Thank you for your understanding. So I'm still on the sleeve. So turn the down part of the flared with lining like this. After finish sewing, I'm going to top stitch. I'm done sewing the flared with lining, so I'm going to sew the front neck using the lining to turn the place lining on top like this and sew the neck and the 2 sides. After sewing the neck and the 2 sides of bring out the right side. And I'm going to do the same with the back. I notch the neck. And I'm going to do the same with the back. After that, I'm going to sew that. I measure 6 inches from where I place my tape up. I measure 6 inches for that, both back and front. So I'm going to join the shoulder. This is how I join my shoulder. like this and use the lining to turn to the other side, then sew. Finish sewing. So it will look like this after sewing. I'm going to join the other side. This is how it will look like after sewing. This is the shoulder. I'm going to sew the two sides. This way I'm going to fix zip. I'm going to measure bust. And the bottom of the blouse that is under bust. After doing that, I will join the two sides. I finish sewing. I'm going to join the sleeve. First, I'm going to measure the round sleeve 6 inches and sew. Inches and sew. After I finish sewing, I'm going to join the sleeve and the hem. I'm going to sew pleats on the shoulder. You can draw gather if you want. You can use thread and needle to draw gather before you sew if you are comfortable with that. But with this, I'm going to add pleat on the shoulder. This is the pleat. It will look like this after sewing and pin before you start to sew. Like this. So I'm going to join the blade and the top together. So after finish doing sewing this, then I'm almost done. I'm going to be sewing. So as you can see, I pin every part where I notch with the side, the center, and sewing, joining the flared. I'm going to be gluing this flower chiffon on the neck. I started from the back. You can sew with thread and needle. So I'm going to continue like this. When I'm done with this, I'm going to fix zip on the back. So after fixing zip on the back, that would be the finished look of this blouse. So I finished with it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are new, you are welcome. Please subscribe and remember the notification bell. Thank you so much once again, and until next time. Bye bye.